Hello friends, and welcome back to the Craft Castle in part 2 of the decluttering of my craft room. If you saw my first decluttering video, you will know that we tackled this closet right here, and it had a bunch of sublimation supplies, and I don't even like sublimation, and we went through this entire closet and decluttered it, and it looks absolutely fabulous. Everything that's in there right now, I actually need to be able to do my job. Also, if you remember in part 1, I had said that I had way too many of these wood rounds. I had bought a bunch of them and I never used them. Well, this exciting news, I actually made a really cute wood sign. Look at that. Isn't it so cute? And I used one of my wood rounds, so I am trying to be more intentional about the supplies that I buy and also use. You will also notice though, since the very first decluttering of the Craft Castle, I have a new machine here. You pack one up, you put another one in. That's been my life for the last few months. So this right here is a UV laser engraver, and it's by Calm Marker, a fairly new laser company on the market. This right here is a UV laser, which is not anything like the lasers that I have over here. Now this one's a fiber and a diode laser, and this one's a CO2 laser, but this one right here is a UV laser. Now I do have like an unboxing video of the UV laser and all the capabilities of it, but it's unlike any other laser that I have here in my craft room. It's actually really cool. I like scratch my face and I have like a scratch mark on my face. Try and see past that. But just before we get into actually decluttering this craft room, I wanted to talk a little bit about this UV laser because not a lot of people know about UV lasers. Most of the time you probably wouldn't even actually know this at all, but a UV laser is generally in the like manufacturing world, commercial settings, and they do like printing on like this. This right here would be like UV laser engraved instead of printed. So anyways, this one is for like mass general public, you know, like crafters like me. So anyways, the one cool thing about the UV laser lens itself, or the beam itself, is that it's the tiniest beam like width possible. I don't think that it's going to be able to capture it here. Hopefully it will. I'm not entirely sure, but there is, this right here is like stamped into the actual pennant. You're looking at the engraving. Oh, can you see that engraving? That's right there. That was done on that UV laser engraver. It's so tiny. This thing right here is like as big as my like the first little pad of my fingertip, of my finger. It's crazy how tiny it is. And then also, because I own a cardstock warehouse, I wanted to test its capabilities of cutting cardstock, because back in the day, and also I used to make wedding invitations, and a lot of brides would want these like super intricate cut wedding invites, and I could never do them on my Cricut or anything like that. And I got these lasers, you know, like the CO2, the fiber and whatever. But when you cut cardstock on those lasers, they end up becoming like charred and not cute. So this one right here is different than any other laser. And look at this. I cut this on that laser cutter. Do you see how tiny this thing is? It is so stinking tiny, and there's like zero issues with it. I was impressed. I did try and cut my glitter cardstock. Now this isn't perfect by any means, but like it still turned out really good. I would say that I could probably adjust the settings a little bit, but like this is some really intricate cuts that you can get with that laser cutter. And then this is the back. So the back is supposed to be white, and you can tell that in some areas it doesn't look like it is white. It looks like it got burnt a little bit. That's probably telling me I need to adjust the settings, but like this laser is stinking impressive. Okay, now what we need to do is change our focus to actually, I like saw some dust on the side of that machine and I wanted to clean it off. This right here is my new baby. I love her so much. Don't have a name for her yet, but she definitely is something that I'm going to keep in the craft room, just because I think being able to cut or cut like really intricate cardstock things is like a game changer for me. So I'm definitely keeping this one. This one is my new baby. Anyways, you can tell that I have a little bit of mess in places. That's normal for me. I craft, make a mess, and don't clean it up. I did get rid of a lot of the Cricuts that I have besides one, which is this one right here. I got rid of all the rest of them and just kept the ones that I actually will use. Side note, this right here, this Cricut Joy, she is so cute and I love her so much and I want to be able to use her more, but here's the problem. You can only use it on Bluetooth, right? And I Bluetooth connected it to my computer, this computer that's right here. However, I need her to work on my laptop because I want to be able to take my little Cricut around the house and like personalize things around the house. I don't want to have to go to my craft area to cut everything. I want to take this with my laptop around. I cannot, for the life of me, disconnect this Cricut from my big computer and hook it up to my laptop. I have tried so many things and I cannot figure it out. If anyone knows how to reconnect a Cricut Joy to a different device, please help me out because I cannot figure it out. So right now, she never gets used, ever, because I don't have a use for her up here in my craft room. Anyway, what we're doing... Sorry, got a phone call. Hold on. My poor hubs. He was, he's looking for boxes to help move. It is moving season. The countdown is on. We only have like a few more weeks until we move. And so we have to get all the packing done, everything. We're packing up the cardstock shop portion and our personal life. And up here, there's a lot of moving parts. Anyways, what we're getting back to is decluttering. So I have these really cool shelving things. I love them. Absolutely love them. I used to have them on the wall, but I took them down and just put them here on my cube organizer. I'm definitely keeping these because they're super helpful. They look like this. I got them on the Zon. I'll link them if you want them. But anyway, they are super helpful. But when I go through these drawers, I'm like, why do I have some of the stuff that I have here? For example, I have a bunch of these cutout circles. I think this was a project that I did like a couple years ago, and I have them. Also, in this drawer, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 regular Cricut housing blades. Remember when I told you that I got rid of all of my Cricuts but one? Why do I need 6 additional? I don't. But do you throw these away or do you keep them? I'm going to keep them just in case, but I am going to toss this right here. I got cute little googly eyes. Everyone needs googly eyes in their craft room. I haven't used these and I actually don't know if I've ever used them, but I'm keeping them just in case. These 2 drawers right here have washi tape. My daughter gave them to me because she was in like this junk journal diary. I don't even know why she was in a phase where she like was collecting like stickers and washi tape and stuff like that. I'm not entirely sure if she actually used them. She gave them to me when she decluttered her room when she moved off to college last year. I've had them for a year in 2 of these drawers. And I don't use washi tape. I never have. Do you use washi tape? What do you use washi tape for? I have a thing full of markers. Most of these are like Cricut markers, Cricut pens, random pens. Now this doesn't make any sense. I have like pens that would fit into the Cricut and then just random, like I have a porcelain pen in with a Sharpie and a Cricut pen. Apparently this was you're just going to have pens. I have a calligraphy pen in here. And then I also have some scorch marker wood burning pens that were also in here. I'm going to put them back in here. We're just going to put that back and in here. Next drawer I have is like all of my weeding tool picks and pens and extra additional like accessories for it. We're going to keep that. I'm going to put that back over in here. That's why this thing is so nifty is because it can hold a whole bunch of stuff in nicely organized fashion. Okay, next on the thing is UV resin. I have always struggled with UV resin. I found when I went to Creativation back, I think in 22, I went to Creativation. There was this UV resin company there called UV. They unfortunately no longer sell any of their resins, which is so unfortunate because their resin that they had was the best. I've reached out to the owner of this company and they're like, no, we're not going to be selling anymore, which is such a bummer because it's my most favorite UV resin. It dries so quick, crystal clear, and it's not tacky at all. Most of the UV resins that I have tried are super tacky. So I'm keeping this. I say all of that because I need to know what UV resin are you using? And does your UV resin, A, dry clear, B, is not tacky? That's my problem, is it dries tacky. A random picket fence, wood picket fence. So sad. Valentine's that I normally would engrave some pencils in and put these for my kids for Valentine's Day. The little guy does not want to put Valentine's to his friends. He's in middle school now. In middle school, you gotta be cool in middle school. And apparently when you're in middle school, you don't do Valentine's for your friends. So I have all of these and don't get to give them out to anyone anymore. You just helped me declutter a whole bunch. Now what we gotta do is we gotta conquer these right here. It may look nicely organized because it is, but inside the drawers, this is why I love a good storage system or like a hiding system. We're going to call this the hiding system. This is why I love a good hiding system because right here, if you look at it, it looks nicely organized, but it is a total dumpster fire when you go into the actual baskets. We're gonna go with the easiest drawer, and the drawer that obviously I'm going to keep all of this because it helps with random supplies, you know, like random projects. Okay, koozies. Do I need a bunch of koozies? No. Makeup bags. This one has like a stain on it. I'm gonna throw that one away, donate that. The black one. I have more. I'm just gonna donate all of it. Oh, look at one of my crock gibbets that I made. I have a crock somewhere. Wait a minute, I'm gonna hold on to that. Okay, we got a bunch of different hats. I'm just going to donate another koozie. A tie-dye kit. It looks like all the colors are gone. I'm just going to throw this away. I need to do these declutterings more often with you because I seem to do a lot better when I'm decluttering with you than when I'm doing it by myself. It's like you're holding me accountable. These tote bags, there's 3 tote bags. I'm gonna keep them. They're cute, cute little tote bags. I wish that they were white and not this like ivory. It's not even like a cute, I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell, but like this right here is not very cute. Do I want to keep these? I like the size of these totes, but like this yellow kind of reminds me of, you know, that like yellowish tape, paper tape, scotch tape. I'm gonna keep them. I don't really like the color of them, but I'm gonna keep them. Ooh, oh my gosh, sweatshirts? I just found the mother load. I got some sweatshirts in here. What is up with these hoods to the sweatshirt? They're like, do you see how, this is not a normal hooded sweatshirt. No, we're not keeping that. Oh, found my Crocs. These Crocs have never been worn. I'm not a Croc wearer, but I only have them because I love making these Croc gibbets. I make them for my son, but then obviously like I made them with you as well. Different applications. We do the like the shrinky dink method, taking buttons from the store, doing this. I've also made them like laser cut with you as well. And then a bunch of these inserts, these plastic inserts, this I have to hold on to because they're for my cardstock warehouse. Anytime I make custom bundles of cardstock that you see in my cardstock warehouse, I actually take open the packs, make my bundles, and then repackage them into these inserts. I have a whole bunch. There's a bunch of that stuff. So I need to keep this right here. This right here is just a bunch of ribbon that I don't need. I don't need this much ribbon. I'm trying to find a good spot for you just so you can see the amount of ribbon and stuff that I have here. But I went through an embroidery stage where I wanted to embroider everything. Figured out I didn't like it, so I have all of this. This right here is my daughter's embroidery stash that she also went through an embroidery phase, and she didn't, or French, she used to make, not embroidery, she used to make those friendship bracelets that you tie together. Anyways, she decided she didn't want to do that. And then I have a bunch of ribbon that I don't need. So we're going to de-stash this ribbon for sure. We're going to go real quick and de-stash all the ribbon that I'm not going to use, which I might as well just dump this. I wish I brought up a box or something like that, because I'm just going to dump it all. Okay, so I think I've decided that I'm going to keep the embroidery string, because I actually want to do some string art, because I used to do that. But I just ran across, look at my attempt on embroidery. This is terrible. Terrible. This is terrible. I'm going to keep this because this is what humbles me. My pile for donate is getting large and in charge. Ooh, oh, I'm going to send this stuff to my aunt. My aunt loves to crochet. She's a crocheter. I should have just given this to her when she was here last. But I have a bunch of these cotton things. Ooh, nope. I'm going to keep these because I actually make my own, what are these called? I make my own pot holders with this, the cotton fabric, 100% cotton fabric. I make my own pot holders with, so I'm going to keep this. And then all of this stuff, I'm just going to give to my aunt. I don't need it. And then I have a random bottle of starch. I don't think I need this, right? Got my crochet hooks. Now, most of these have like labels on it. Before I go through it, I just want you to know that this is exactly what is in this box. This is what I labeled it. And this is exactly what's in there. Just a bunch of random stuff. Got my wax seal kit. Got to keep that because I love making my own wax seals. One license plate because I had to buy a 2-pack in order for it to be cheap. That's going to go in the donate pile. I got my rubber stamps. Need to keep those. Wood slices. Why? I have no idea. These snow globes I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to keep because I want to do a craft with them. I intended to do a craft with them over Christmas. Didn't get to it. Funniest story is when I made my daughter's Halloween costume 2 years ago, I asked my husband to go to the store to get me a newspaper so I could paper mache. She was the slinky dog with her best friend, and I needed paper mache circles. Okay, he got me this newspaper. He actually bought 3 newspapers. This was one that was left over. And yeah, it was 3 newspapers because he was like, I had to stop. I thought that was way too much. He spent $3 for this newspaper. This is how much the paper is in that. $3 for this newspaper. I was like, I thought newspapers were only $1. And he was like, see, I knew I was doing something wrong. So I saved it because like, this was $3. Got a lighter. Does it work? It does. Keeping that. A terribly glittered mason jar. Throw away. And then I have a whole bunch of crepe paper. I'm going to keep the crepe paper because I use them to make pinatas. These are fillable ornaments that I use for like my shaker domes and stuff like that we're keeping. But also I have a bunch of these little suction cups. I don't need the suction cups. A box of thank you cards. I just want you to know that I make my kids, I don't know if you do this, but I make my kids write thank you notes for gifts that they receive. Also, if I ever receive a gift or anything like that, I write a thank you note. So I'm keeping the box of thank you notes for sure. I think thank you notes are like outdated. It's like old timer stuff, but I definitely think writing thank you notes is a must. So I do. A box of disco balls. I'm keeping the box of disco balls for sure. Why do I need a box? I don't know, but I'm keeping it. Googly eyes. More googly eyes. These need to go up in my thing. Anyway, here's my crock gibbet connector pieces. I have another bag. These are black. I have clear. They're in here somewhere. And then I have a bunch of these like badge extenders. I'm going to keep them. Why do I have such a big bag? I don't even know. I can't remember when I bought this. Do you have a box full of cords? If not, I know I do. I think this canister of bubble gums is maybe like 4 or 5, 6 years old. Yeah, we're just gonna throw that away. Oh, citrus strip for if you wanted to DIY your own laser engraved tumbler. Don't need these. I found USB things. I wonder what's on these. That's kind of dangerous. A laser level. Another USB. I wonder what's on those. Some lights. Why do I have baby oil in here? I don't know. Mineral oil. Baby oil. Oh. Holy cow. So this is actually kind of really interesting because I've had this glue for a really long time and it's clear Gorilla Glue. Clear, right? It's obviously not clear. This is why I love this glue so much is I've had this as long as this. This right here is 100% clear still. No yellowing whatsoever. This right here will yellow over time. Garbage. The amount of stuff I just got rid of or that I don't need is pretty large. I'm pretty impressed with myself. Now what I have to do is find a box, put all the stuff I don't need in the box and actually take it to where I need to take it to. All right. I think that's the last of the corners of random things that I have to declutter. Everything else is pretty much good to go. That just needs to be packed up. Like everything that's in here, woo, is all empty. All of these drawers are empty. I just need to find some moving boxes and pack it all up. And like I said, I think we're good to go. I feel so much better because now 90% of this is all empty. I probably can get rid of a cube shelf thing, which is great because like I had said previously, I'm going to have a space that's half the size of what I have right now. So we have to find room for it. Oh, you know, randomly I decided not to pack up my heat blower. I also decided I wasn't going to get rid of it either. Thank goodness I didn't, because when we had that great snowstorm here in South Carolina, my hot water tank froze. And in order to get it to be unfrozen, you have to have a heat blower. And so my craft supply came in use. Then I just have a little bit more, like, look, I'm getting it down. We're going to be like in this new craft space and we are going to have no clutter and no disorganization. I am so excited to get into a new space and not be overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that I bring with me. I'm super excited. And the countdown's begun. I'm starting to get excited. Can't wait to show you the new space and the new way things are going to look, because it's going to look so much different there than it does here. All right, y'all, I will see you on the next one.